that. It's just one of my favorite pieces.
But speaking of favorite pieces,
yes,
this one, I am so thrilled that they put this in my show. Now, this is also Italian sterling silver, and you can buy it in the silver or in the yellow gold layered over the sterling silver. And the best part about it is, again, you look like you've spent $1,000 or $1,500, and you haven't. You haven't spent that. It's $99.98, and yet if you only knew all the workmanship that goes into this, you would be, again, just blown away by this price. This is the first day at this today-only price, and I'm just going to remind you, actually, right here, here we go. It normally would be $115. You're getting it at $99.98 or 5 payments of $20 a month, and it even has a nice big clasp. David Markstein joining me once again. Made by me, Lord, designed by you.
Yes, I love it. So what I wanted to do here was, again, I noticed the trends in Italy. I see what's happening. And so the equestrian look has been coming on for a long time. Now, the equestrian look was started by a very high-end couture house. It was the horse bit. And everyone has their design interpretation of that. But what I want to do is, coming from the tried and true old days with you, nothing like the Byzantine. The Byzantine has always been considered the most intricate of all the wovens, and I took the Byzantine because that already stands for status. And then I said, let's put these equestrian horse bit links on there. It changes the whole look of that woven Byzantine. It adds this high society, upscale, designer inspired, and it's very fresh and different than the traditional Byzantine bracelet. This is 2 different design houses that do this. There's a factory that makes this Byzantine. There's another factory that does the horse bit solid equestrian link on top.
Look at this.
And then of course you have the end caps that are done somewhere else, and the lobster. So there's 4 different factories involved in this, but I love, because the thing I like is it's heavy, so that equestrian link stays on top. It doesn't keep rolling around. But I love the combination of these 2, and that was my design interpretation, taking what's happening in the world of Italy and interpreting it in my own way.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we were talking earlier with the today's special value earrings, and I think I'm going to put one back on. I just realized I don't have one on. I said, why buy Italian jewelry? And this is sterling silver. So whether it's gold or silver, the whole thing is that it's made so beautifully.
It is.
Do you realize a lot of those jewelry stores that you might go out to that you think, oh, they've got great prices? Yeah, maybe they do. You know where their jewelry is being made? China, a lot of them, or other places around the world. And I will tell you, it's not the Italian quality, but this is. And for $99, for $20 a month, look at this. If I went to lunch with you and I had this bracelet on, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I knew she had gorgeous gold.
And that's what I love. I call it the aha factor in what I design. I want people to look at you when you're wearing this, because I look at jewelry as an accessory and it brings your whole outfit together. But when you wear this bracelet, it looks like $1 million. It looks like you went to Italy and you went to a little boutique in Italy and you picked it out, and it's your forever piece, but you spent $10,000 on it or $8,000 on it, because this is what it's like. It's solid 18 karat over sterling silver or rhodium over sterling silver, but it's beautiful. I love the design, and not all horse bit designs look eloquent, but this does. It comes together. Again, many iterations of this. I didn't like the first example of this because it was too wide, the horse bit, and then it was too small. I had to get it right, and I think they nailed it here. And I do love that combination, because there's so many Byzantine people out there who love Byzantine. How about step up your game a little bit? How about you're not going crazy, but you're wearing something that is a little bit fresh, a little bit different, upscale, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the equestrian we talked about before, it stands for wealth. It stands for high society. You know, you talk about the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, how many of you watch the Derby? Okay, I've always wanted to go. It's on my bucket list, because I want to dress up. I want to wear my jewelry. I want to wear a hat and all that jazz. You know what I mean? And I love horses, because my daughter rode for 12 years. But the thing about it is that you don't have to spend that kind of money to look at.
Yes, exactly. You don't have to. And again, it's the same Italian craftsmanship. So when you coordinate this, you go to the best woven factory in all of Italy. And not only woven factory, it's one thing to make a woven, it's another thing to make a Byzantine because the links are very, very difficult to put together all by hand. Then you have to cut the Byzantine and add this link. And the link is then done by another factory. So you send the Byzantine to a second factory, all coordinated by my partnership with our Italians, and they make this happen. This is the difference between what we do, having had 30 years of experience, 120 times to Italy, hundreds of factories. We understand how to make these things happen versus the traditional buyer in the industry who will pick off of people's lines. They couldn't pick this off a line because it's exclusive to us. We made it ourselves.
This is David put this together for you. It's striking. I mean, really striking. Who would you love to give this a gift to? If that was $999, you might sit there and go, well, should I or shouldn't I? It's $99. You and your spouse can go out to dinner one night and put down $99.98 in a heartbeat, by the time you've had, something to drink and also your food and a piece of dessert. You know what I mean? All of a sudden the bill's over 100 and you're like, okay, that was a great evening. I appreciate that. Would you rather spend it on this? Would you rather treat yourself to this? Would you rather have, something that you bought and you say, honey, you don't have to get me anything for Mother's Day because I just bought what I really, really wanted. And for $99.98, that's why it's such a special piece. Go ahead.
The woven factory that made this, and I've been to them several times because we always go to the best. We know there's thousands of factories in Italy, but we know where to go. This factory, it's about 20 workers. Very humble factory, mom and pop, handed down from generation to generation. This factory is older than I am because when I first started in the industry, this was already, they were making, do you remember the old Rusa, Atino links? They were making those, and they've stayed in business because they updated themselves. It's called differentiate or die in this industry. The factories that can do it. So they love us when we give them new designs. It's helping them freshen up their line as well.
That's a very good point, and that's why they bend,
over
to
backwards.
honor you.
They don't do that, but they do love us in terms of coming to them and giving them ideas.
This is stunning. I mean, honestly, to be able to get this for $99, I never imagined you could do that. Even in sterling silver. I mean, really, truly, sterling is not inexpensive either now.
Oh, sterling's at an all-time high, too. We talk about gold being at an all-time high. Well, sterling, same thing. And in sterling, you have the plating of 18-karat gold or that rhodium, which is very expensive.
And rhodium's from the platinum family. So what does that mean to me? How do I know this is going to last?
Because the plating over it, first of all, it's solid through and through, so it's very dent resistant. But the plating factory puts a thick coat of plating over, whether it's 18 karat or this rhodium from the platinum family, and it protects it. It makes it tarnish resistant. All Italian jewelry is nickel free. It's a standard. It's the law of Italy. So that's why I love Italy.
Which is great.
Just to know that. So if you have nickel allergies, you don't have to worry about it. They're not allowed to put any nickel in their product.
I didn't even. Has that always been that way?
It's been that for a very long time. I don't know when the law was passed, but it's been that for a while. So you ask, how do you protect your jewelry? Well, this is already done for you.
It's already done. Here's the other thing, just keep in mind. This is a today only price. That means this is the lowest price you're going to see anytime for the next 3 months. And oh, by the way, that not only is the lowest price, but that price goes up at the end of the day today. So you want to get them while you can. Now, of those of you who are wondering